Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to another Boss Bytes from Monster Hunter Rise, in which we're going to be hunting another monster for the first time. I think we're going to do the Almudron, which I don't know anything about. I don't even know what this thing looks like. I've never seen it or heard of it, so this will be an entire surprise. So let's see. I think this also gives you more monster parts at the end of a fight. I think the reward items are just more stuff from the monster. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Fighter, and I'm going to go with Defender, I guess? Okay, we got the Fortune and we got Defender, but we didn't get Fighter, which is the most useful of those. And I guess we'll go with Gun Lance again. We did Switch Axe last time. I really want to add a third one in, though. I'm like so tempted to just go to Longsword because it's one I already kind of know. But I might end up doing like Dual Blades or something just to do something I haven't done before. Or Hammer. So, Gun Lance. This one does more damage, but it doesn't have the blast effect.
Playing in the dirt after a hard day's work. A grumpy old beast rises from the murk. Be gone! A booming voice resounds. None shall ever enter this creature's old grounds.
Okay, according to that little bit of text, it uses mud. It is a mudslinger. Oh good, we got the Sandy Plains, or Sandy Dunes? Can't remember what this map is actually called. The battle theme, or at least the regular battle theme for this area, is really good. Like, a surprising jam after I've heard it a few times. So I'm glad we got it this time. Okay, so we got 2 question marks on our map, which means we don't know which one is our monster. But I also don't know if this creature will have its own battle theme. Out of the way, dinosaur. I heard an angry monkey off in the distance. There is at least one monkey monster in this, the Rajang, which apparently is a pretty tough monster. It'll give people a lot of trouble, is what people say about it. Kala, can you make this jump? I don't know if she can. Hoop. Just barely. Alright, one of our mystery monsters is down here. Yeah, that looks like our target. That's just a huge tail. But it does also look a bit like the snake monster from World, which I don't remember the name of. But that one paralyzed you, so I wonder if that's the case with this one too. It's fairly serpentine. It's gonna be funny if this is not our target. Nope, yep. Looking at the map icon now that it filled out, this is our target. Look at that tail. What a weird thing. I guess it stores mud in there and throws it at you. Okay, so it also buries itself in the mud like Somnacanth does in the water. You can tell they share a skeleton for animation. So this is the safest thing you can do with a gun lance, is just shield up and poke. but it doesn't really do much damage. Ugh, I got gooped. The face is not very serpentine, though. I wonder if this is an entirely new design for Rise. Because it does look, you know, kind of vaguely...
Looks useful.
mythological Japanese. With those whiskers. Okay, we need to get our Wyvern Blast out here. So it can start charging it again. Is that just like fur on the tail that makes it so slimy? Also, that tail looks very severable. This is also the battle theme I was talking about. With the, like, chanting chorus in the back. Like I mentioned, using the long for the blast is not as effective as using the normal, but you still have enough shots to make it worth using, as opposed to wide, where you only get 2. I'm not sure why this particular gun lance makes such a weird noise when you swing it. Ow, I almost staked him. I think the mud is killing me by standing in it.
Don't let it get away!
It's like electrified. Alright, so he's got some moves. But he also seems like he's got more trouble hitting me because he's so big. Which is usually the case in Monster Hunter, it seems. Big monsters you can kind of stay close to and avoid a lot of their attacks. Like, those pokes don't do a lot of damage, but you can get a bunch of them out really quickly compared to the animations using other moves. Alright, let's see if we can get our recharge attack in. Not when he's trying to stomp me.
This is going to hurt!
Alright, so our Wyvern Blast is now almost recharged. Should really focus this tail. And you can see that I still take damage when I'm blocking, but it's just chip damage as opposed to, like, massive damage. Alright, now the blast. Now he might be too far away. Yep. Just out of range. Man, missed with that too. He's always just out of range. I mean, like I mentioned before, some people say that it's not even worth using the stake because it just takes too long to get off, but I think it does enough damage, and sometimes there's enough of an opening that it's worth using still. You just have to know your openings. Which is hard with a monster you haven't fought before. Also, these more powerful monsters will have a roar that, even if you block it, will still knock you back. Whereas the weaker monsters, if you block the roar, you can just keep hitting them. So, in order to not get stunned by the big roars, you need like an earplug skill. Which honestly, the roar stunning you is something that did annoy me in Monster Hunter World, because it's just like, a lot of the time they get a free hit in because of it. Because it stuns you for longer than it takes them to stop doing the roar. Oop. He's got a big old ball. Oh, I thought he was just gonna huck it at me, but looks like he tries to hit you with it. Alright, got the tail. I think. Did I miss completely? I thought I staked him.
He's up to something!
Okay, he threw it straight down. And I got water bladed. Which makes my stamina recharge slower. I think you can dash to get rid of that.
Keep attacking!
It like makes you dry off quicker if you use the wire dash.
Let us move!
Get out of here, baggies.
Now
All right.
my chance!
So I don't think that went too badly for a first battle. Or I guess this wasn't the first battle because it started down by the water. So that was round 2. So I don't think he's retreated to sleep yet. Uh-oh. Okay, he is down here. I was like, did I just jump off for no reason? Knocked him down. Now this is where you stake him. For sure. These bugs set me on fire. I think the monster that is the adult form of those bugs actually is one of the last monsters you fight. It sounds like it actually has a pretty elaborate fight. I'm just glad that it sounds like there isn't any of the raid type monsters that Monster Hunter World had, where you're supposed to fight them with like 8 people, and they can pretty much insta-kill you, like the Behemoth or the Kulv Taroth. Because, like, I don't want monsters that I'm expected to... Ooh, there's Diablos. Monsters that I'm expected to have to, like, set up just to be able to fight them, especially when you have to fight them a bunch of times in order to get the parts you need to make anything out of them. There's a tier over here or something. No, golden muck. Alright, where did Almudron go? What the hell was that? Can you not climb these vines? Hello? Dog? Where did you go?
Let us move!
She, like, just burrowed as soon as I jumped up here. Okay, I think I'm just jumping off. Let's try not jumping. There we go. Don't worry, snake monster. I'll catch up to you eventually. Maybe? I might have gone the wrong way. Seems like it was up here. Oh, I almost staked him before he could get the roar off. Double roar. Throw these trap bugs down. I don't really know what these do. I think they just trip the monster. Like, that's their purpose. Yeah, see, it just kind of stunned him for a sec. Now, I wonder if I'll be able to get a picture of him jumping in midair for the thumbnail. I find it's just easier to come back to these monsters after doing the fight and taking a picture than it is to try to do it while recording.
Brace yourself! Be careful!
Alright, this mud does not hurt me because it's not yellow. Now we are out of freebie potions. I could go back and get more because, you know, there was more than 10.
Are you ready?
Hoping if I angled that right, I'd get him to drop the ball. The poke is also good when you have blast because it will build up blast on him without really risking anything.
I'll keep attacking!
Nope. There he goes again. I think this is probably his last flea. Oh, looks like he went straight underground. And then back up. Which means he should be over here. Looks like he went back to water, which is... makes sense for him. Since that's where he muds up. Though, I don't know, because it seems like Baroth actually has to go and find mud in order to cover itself again, whereas this thing can just create mud. Yet he still goes back to water. There should be a wire bug around here. There's usually around any of the big arenas. Ooh, what is this? Are those just literal walls he's created? Come get me in my mud fortress.
I'll show you no mercy!
He's pretty big. Like, seeing him up close like this, he's actually a fairly large monster. I didn't mention it before, but monsters actually do come in random sizes. Most of the time you can't tell that a monster is bigger or smaller than usual. It's only if it's really exaggerated that you'll notice, like, oh, this is a pretty small Rathalos, or a really big one. So, it could be that this guy is just a very big one of his kind. Still haven't got that tail off, but I haven't really got a lot of hits on it. What a graceful sludge beast. Just barely got the sharpen before I got goop. Yep. I love when I do that. I've done that so many times where I just wire bug directly into another attack. But I really want to get this tail off before we finish him off. Generally, the monster will have certain attacks that, if you interrupt them with enough damage, will knock them down. But it's kind of hard to figure what those are, except for just doing it by accident. Unless it's one of the monsters that, like, balances on a specific part of its body, then you can tell, like, okay, I hit the tail and it'll knock it down. But most of the time, it's not easy to tell. I would think if I hit him in the tail enough here, he'll drop the mud ball, and that might stun him. Nope, knocked him down. I can't tell if I'm damaging the mud ball or his actual tail.
Just you wait. It's up to something.
The other problem with the stake is it has a long recovery time, so even if you hit them with it, usually it will end up getting a counter hit on you.
I'll blast my way through.
Again? Okay. I thought he was retreating, but no, he's just going into his Fortress of Goopitude. There we go, blasted him right out of the ground.
No more holding back.
I don't know what broke there right before he went down, but I don't think it was the tail.
I shall put this to good use.
We should make some cool armor out of this guy, though, right? For some reason, a lot of the other snake-like monsters produce, like, skin-tight leather outfits, which look really silly. Thought there were some more brake parts around. Yeah, that is one big beastie. I'm trying to figure out what he looks like. Obviously, the whiskers look like a Chinese dragon, but I don't think that's the exact creature they're going for here. Though, another case of, like, hey, what if we just have this dartboard with all these different animals and mythological creatures, and we just throw a dart at two of them and see what we get, and we combine them? Alright, so that was a decently tough monster, a little more impressive than Nargacuga. Give that a 7 out of 10.
How's it going?
Alright, kind of looks like a Power Ranger villain. But it's alright. I'd probably use that. It's a little bit better. Razor Sharp, Power Prolonger, Rapid Morph. Does that make you switch between forms? Switch axe speed and power. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That is specifically good for switch axe and or charge blade. And it looks like it has 2 of those on there, and I think Razor Sharp keeps it sharp longer. So that's actually not a bad set. Evade window makes you dodge a little longer. Yeah, I might make that.
So what can I help you with?
And then weapons, Almudron. Oh, it kind of looks like a railgun. 120, but it's got a 40 water element, so that's the highest elemental I think I've seen. And wide, so that's an okay gun
Looking for
length.
something new or an upgrade?
Why does it look so spacey in the weapons compared to, like... Well, I guess the Power Ranger armor is kind of spacey looking, too. So that'll require some grinding to get all the stuff to make those.
Until next time.
But I might do that before the next one. Ooh. Kind of like that one. Maybe got a little too many spikes, but other than that, I think that's a cool one. Considering most of the Palico armor kind of looks like a joke. And Cyber Canine. Makes his legs very skinny, though. Like, the front legs, compared to all the stuff directly above them, it looks so itty-bitty. Yeah, so maybe we'll be Cyberman and Cyberdog the next time you see this. Alright, so what's our next target gonna be?
What would you like to do?
Before we wrap up
Which
here.
quest would you like?
I didn't look at how long that fight took, so I don't know if that was actually that much longer. I guess either a Gauss-Harag or Mitsuzune. I've mentioned a couple times now that I'm looking forward to the Mitsuzune, so maybe we'll do that one next. And then the Zinogre, the Tigrex, and then that should be it for this rank. Until I unlock the next set. I can't remember if it is 4-star or 5-star that is the end of low rank in the hub. I think it's 4 stars the last set of hub low rank missions. And 6 stars the last set of village low rank missions. But yeah, I'll go do some more grinding and I'll come back for our next fight with the Sea Serpent / Kitsune. Until then, you hunters all take care.